You're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how?
Come here, though. Yeah, he's crazy, see? Who are you?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Are you ready?
I watched that first one with that one guy, and I learned a lot from that one. I listened to that like on the way back from the Bahamas because I had to.
Yeah. No, that was the best information though. Like
Yeah.
normally all this shit, I always I'm like, yeah, let's wait and see. Like I'm the last guy to get worried about anything, I just try not to like get hysterical about stuff right away.
Sure.
But this, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Let me see what this guy's talking about because I got a feeling he's going to be the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said projection 500,000 deaths, and this was, what was it? When was this?
Like a month ago, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I told my wife, I'm like, let's go shopping. Let's take shit serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it works for sure. I mean, I think Georgia is one of the states. I don't know if I think Cali too last week, but they just extended the lockout till like the end of May.
Really?
Yeah, it was like May 16th or something like that in Georgia.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you kind of have to just because the way that people are moving with this thing. Like It's like 70% of people are taking it serious, and there's another 30% that just living their daily life.
like Kirky.
Pool party shit.
Fucking Chris.
I had a pool party for my birthday, March 22nd, but it was me, my wife, my son, my daughter, my 2 dogs. You know what I mean?
It was great.
It was, though. It was.
That was good. Yeah, the lighting in here sucks. For this being a Mac, the FaceTime video is awful.
Really?
Yeah, like compared to my iPhone 11, I mean it's not even close.
Right. Well, because that's what they do, right?
That is what they
all of a sudden, this one just started like completely running out of battery really fast. And it's like, come on, I know what you're doing here. Like you just got sued for it. Why are you still doing it?
I know what's happening here.
No, sued and lost billions.
Yes.
We're still doing. Actually, it was like millions. They're like, 200 million. That's all right.
We'll pay it out. No big deal. Well, we were supposed to have one other person here, but buddy, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you having me back.
No, absolutely, man. Yeah, you were one of the OGs.
Yes, but mine never made it to video.
Correct.
And the sound was so bad, so I don't think you actually posted it.
No, I did. Yeah, I'll leave the link down in this one so you can see how awful it was. Because back then, I mean, that was maybe going back a year ago. No,
Yeah.
Was it a year? Might have been maybe more. But I only use this.
Okay.
Like I didn't have a legit mic.
Yeah, you're big time now.
No. Yeah.
So how funny, I've been like telling you for the past, I don't know, 5 years, bro, you look good with the mustache, you look at the beard, like let it grow. You finally got to a position where you just like, had to let it grow or didn't have to, but there's no reason not to. And now I feel completely horrible that I've been telling you that the whole time.
Because it looks awful.
Shit. No. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just, I look good. You look good, bro. I like the stash.
No.
Just go straight stash.
Yeah, no, you know what the problem is like you can't tell, but like I got grays and blonde right here.
Perfect.
And this is just like super like dark with numerous like 23andMe colors. Like I don't even know what is going on here.
Yeah.
But I just can't grow this right here. So it looks like the stash, so it's just a big mess. And my barber, obviously he's toast. He's, social distancing like an idiot. So, I mean, I got this growing out. Like, I'm going to look like you. Like, literally, I'm going to do a side-by-side after this. And I'm literally going to look just like you. Like, watch. Don't move.
Did you really do it?
No, but it's bad.
Hey, listen. I get a haircut every 2 weeks, bro. This is, my wife keeps looking at me like, she's like, looking at me real close. And I'm like, why do you keep looking at me? She's like, I've never seen you with hair on the side of your head.
It's horrible. Yeah, we're both normally pretty clean cut, but yeah, this is pretty bad. And then of course I'm asking the wife, I'm like, hey, you mind just, edging me up a little? She's no. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
you don't have to fuck it up. Like, I'm literally just talking like neck. Nope.
yeah,
Because she knows if she fucked it up, I would lose my mind.
yeah.
But that's the risk we got to take. We're under quarantine. We got to do it.
Listen, you have a very unique haircut too. I mean, no one, not just anyone can do that.
That's correct. It is a gift. It is a gift. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a part. Now it's like nothing. Now it's just this big, mushy chia
Well,
pet.
you also have the part that starts like up here instead of like right
I'm
here.
used to. I don't do that. I don't
Difficult.
have that anymore.
No, you don't do that anymore.
No. especially during this. Oh, but you got it. I haven't grabbed my drink yet, by the way. Hold on, let me see it. Hey, baby. Hey, is there any way you can grab me a little crook?
Oh yeah, game changer. Hi, Brenda.
Hi.
Aw.
Okay, he doesn't want to see that. Bye. Where's Jess?
She's downstairs.
Oh,
She's
tell her I said hi.
cleaning.
That's right. Every good wife should be doing that today.
Brenda, are you cleaning?
Bye.
She knew she was going on today, though. She did her makeup.
Correct. Yeah. Well, she's actually downstairs FaceTiming with a friend or cousin. But for some reason, yeah, she had to put on makeup, kind of like I did. I look like a mess. So do you, though, so I don't feel as bad.
Really? I feel like I look good.
Camera adds 10 pounds, though. Yeah.
Bro, it's not the camera.
Well, bro, here's to the second and hopefully a mini podcast, but hopefully not
Buddy.
virtual podcast. Hopefully we'll meet up again. Salud.
It's Tampa.
Yeah, don't say that because I know it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Hey, listen, we've been planning this for a couple years now. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen in one of these days. So,
Since quarantine,
yeah.
I've eaten 27 pastrami and cheese sandwiches. My wife has been going crazy with the Cuban cooking, which is my favorite.
Ooh,
So,
I like that.
Like arroz con pollo. What else? I mean, dude, anything and everything with rice. So officially, I'm up to about 12 pounds.
Gained?
Huh?
Gained?
Gains, yeah.
Since
Sure.
quarantine? All muscle.
Well, I told her, I said, look, I'm just looking at it as like bulk season. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Shred a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, what sucks is that's kind of a weird time to have this virus happen because this is normally like it's spring break, you're at the beach, you're like trying to get beach body ready. It's summer.
Yeah, bad timing.
Horrible timing. I mean, forget the fact that it's killing hundreds of thousands of people, but the beach. That's the bad timing.
It's tragic. The beach spot is going. I'm working out, dude. Like to me, I don't know. I like the workouts here are just as intense because you're trying to compensate for not having weights.
Mm.
So the little, I'm not gonna say I put 45-minute workouts in with dumbbells and stuff, and I don't know, man. It's working for me. Like I'm talking about I've been sore because I know I'm working stuff that I normally don't work.
Yeah, so you're doing stuff at home.
Oh yeah.
Well, what type of things you doing? Are you just getting videos from like YouTube, or are you just doing it on your own, or?
A lot of it's some of the same stuff that I can do in the gym with dumbbells,
Sure.
And then I got a pull-up bar. Pull-up bar, which also works on the floor as a push-up bar. I have a 25-pound dumbbell, so I can do squats. I mean, not heavyweight. Nothing's gonna be heavyweight, but
Of course.
I like it.
Dude, it's better than nothing. I mean, I don't even, believe it or not, I don't even have, you haven't been to this spot yet, but so obviously it's a condo.
Yeah.
So it's 3 levels and the garage downstairs we share with everybody. So we don't, like, I always wanted like a home gym, but I wasn't, I'm not able to here. So I've never had any equipment. So the fact that the second day, I think that they said, hey, we're under lockdown, like no one leave, whatever, that was March 18th or whatever it was. We went to Play It Again Sports immediately and everything was sold out. Amazon, you couldn't get anything. Like, so all I have is ropes, resistant bands, and I got 8-pound dumbbells, and then I got 20-pound leg weights, the straps.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll put 2 of those on my arm, and I'll do curls or I'll do shoulder presses on those.
Okay.
So it's like doing 40s, but now I totally regret not having anything because I have stuff in my cart, but it won't get here via Amazon for like another 6 to 8 weeks. Like everyone's getting home equipment stuff. So I've been doing a lot of like HIIT training, which is high intensity training. So one I posted the other day that I just did from this channel, Buff Dudes, super intense. It's like, you do 20 reps, or no, you do 20 seconds, 10-second break, 4 sets, and it's a 20-minute workout.
Okay.
So you're only doing 10-second breaks in between each set.
Yeah.
And the whole thing's 20 minutes. So it's intense.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. Like I haven't felt this sore in a while, only because a lot of people don't know working out your body weight, using body weight is actually a lot better than using weights.
It sounds opposite of the dog shit workout that you sent me.
Correct.
Right.
Well, that workout is just the shit. I mean, that's my favorite workout on earth, but you can't do it all the time. You do it until you peak, which is what I do. So I only do that like maybe once a year, that workout. But the whole workout lasts, I think it's like 90 days. Like if you do it right and cycle it. And then after that, I don't do it at all till the following year. And it's normally around this time I do it because I try to bulk up and get shredded for, beach season. But yeah, that's what I do. I usually do that once a year, and then, I do other stuff. So
yeah,
that's an intense workout though, man. It's weird. And, the gyms too, like LA Fitness sent me an email the other day. They're like, hey, we have 2 options for you. You can either, not have a workout, or you could not work out. You can freeze your membership. Yeah, that's what it is. You could freeze your membership, or for the next 3 months, you can get that 3-month and give that to a friend or family.
Yeah.
But even when you freeze your membership, you still get charged. So
Right.
it's like, okay, so either way I'm paying to use your facilities, but I can't go in.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's fucked up.
Listen, these businesses are struggling too, man. I'm not, I'm not surprised at any of that,
You can't hate on them for it.
No. Unless they're making all profits and then they're not open.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows, man. But what have you guys been doing like to stay occupied and stuff during this time? Like what's a typical week look like?
You know what? For us, like the daytime, we just been kind of doing things around the house that we wanted to get to. Like taking care of outside, organizing the garage. This is, to be honest, a lot of like just laying out in our backyard. My wife bought one of those inflatable pools, like a good one.
Sick.
And, I just post up, put my little beach chair in the pool, sit back, have a few beers, some margaritas. That's mostly what we've been doing. I've been studying too for the exam, the real estate exam.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
Good. It's something I got to take as soon as everything clears up. So that way I can get my license with that. But that's keeping me busy too. Not too much time, just a couple hours a day. But you know what? We chill at home a lot. So to be honest, outside of working, like, actually getting up every day and working and making money or dropping off the kids to school, it doesn't change that much. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it doesn't. Like, I see people online talking shit. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get out. Like, yeah, I miss going and having some sushi or, some ceviche or hitting the beach. But, I don't know. I think I have a very chill lifestyle. So for me, it's not that different. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm in the house with people I like.
Right.
Like having a good relationship. You know what I mean? Like your kids not being little shits. So I think, it makes it a lot easier. I think we're lucky.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think the only people that complain just don't have their life together.
Yeah, or if you're like used to being out and about like crazy, like every day. Think about when we were in our 20s or whatever. You know what I mean? Or you're going out 3 or 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week, and now you can't go out at all.
Yeah.
It must be tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that shit. But plus, you're right. It's a lot to do with relationships. Like, we don't really go out either.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is just a normal day in the life for us. Like even the social interaction is like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't really think about it too much, but it's definitely giving people the chance to actually save money and understand how much they do go out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was talking to my buddy the other day, and he's like, "Dude, I didn't realize I spent so much on Starbucks." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." if you spend $7 a day, dude, and you work 5 days a week, it's $35 a week.
Right. 140 a month.
That's a lot of hooch, man, on coffee. When now you have to like buy Starbucks ground coffee and make it at home. And,
Right.
ooh, it tastes the same, but it breaks down to like 30 cents a cup now. So hopefully after this, people are understanding that we don't really need Starbucks. We don't really need all that stuff to like go to. It's like more aesthetically pleasing
Right.
to go to those places, but I mean, you can live without it if you had to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people pay for convenience, whatever, that makes sense, right? But I think at some point the companies are aware that you're willing to pay for convenience and they hose you. I don't like to have to self-park and drive or walk, you know what I mean, a mile to go somewhere, right? But if valet wants $40, I want to park, right? Like but if you want $10, yeah, I'm going to valet every single time, right? It's
Exactly.
I don't know. If it makes sense,
Yeah.
right? You pay for convenience. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's just so funny the things that we do that just out of nowhere, like, because we never thought to ourselves maybe 20 years ago where it's like you would spend $35 on parking, like valet or really any parking, like event parking or anything. It didn't used to be like that, but we just accepted it at some point. Instead of walking a mile, we're like, nah, that's stupid. I'm gonna spend $40 on
Right.
having a stranger wash my car. Like
Right.
I realized that when I did we went to the theme parks probably like 3 months ago or something like that. I think you just went too, right? Didn't you just go to Disney or
Yeah.
Universal?
Just went.
Yeah, so we went to Universal, and I get tickets through work, but the valet there right by City Walk.
Remind me, I got a great story about that valet. Go.
So we pull up, and I don't remember it being like this, but I haven't parked. Usually I'll take an Uber because I'm hanging out with buddies that live around there or whatever. So we drove finally from Tampa just to go to the parks. We pulled up to valet, and it was $70 on a weekend. And I go, are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous. And then I look at Brenda, and she's like, eh. And I was like, all right, we'll pay. And I'm like, it was the stupidest. But I got to tell you, though, the second you walk up and you go upstairs and City Walk is right there, you're like, oh. And you look at everyone else struggling, walking.
You're going to love this story. So we pulled into that same exact parking lot. I know exactly what you're talking about because it was literally 3-4 months ago, right? Yeah. Lady goes, stay to your right. I got 2 kids in the back and my wife, right? And I looked at my wife and I'm like, fuck that. And I go fucking dip in the left. You see the little person with the flag that's like, yo, what are you doing? And I just scooted in there, parked right next to the elevator, and we all got out of the car. When we realized how close we were and we did it for free, we jumped out of the car, hauled ass in the elevator. We were like, dude, they can't, you know what I mean? They can't catch us. Yeah. The biggest come up, right?
That's so
and
awesome.
I'm not cheap, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it was something there, like, that was like very impulsive that I was just like, what's the worst that could happen? And what a horrible example that I did that with my daughter and son in the car. But I mean, it was such a come up. Like it was so, oh man. I know exactly what you're talking about because as soon as you get off the elevator, you're literally in front of everyone.
It's right there.
It's like speed pass though. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing. It's really what's priority to you to what you're going to pay for convenience, right? Like think about this. These drinks, these White Claws or whatever, they're expensive. They're way more than beers.
Oh, yeah.
If you think how much you spend, like, I don't even drink that much, but how much I spend on alcohol over the time during this time just to make sure I had it, it's crazy. Yeah. And to some people that don't drink, a $6-7 coffee is nothing.
Yeah, very true. Well, and you know what's even more funny is we've been conditioned to, if it's healthier for you, right, it costs more money. So, like, that's why Chipotle charges 99 cents for avocado.
Right.
It's like, that's the only healthy thing really on your menu and you're going to charge me for it. I get it. And then like these, like, you could drink White Claw, but these, they're organic. So they have 4% alcohol, but they're vegan and they don't fuck with my stomach. So I drink these, but they're like $3 extra per case than a White Claw. So it's like,
Chipotle, your wife doesn't like Chipotle?
No, dude, she had like a really bad, it was very upsetting. If I found this out before we got married, I probably wouldn't have married her, but I guess like before we started dating a year before she went to Chipotle, apparently she got, pretty bad food poisoning there and she hasn't been back since. Neither have I, obviously, because, that's what I signed up for.
Yeah. I got right downstairs. You want to say hi? She wants to stay there. So now you get to see her.
Oh yeah. Hola.
Hey.
Hi, Tony.
What up, girl? My wife says hello.
She did.
Tell her I miss her and love
Yeah, I'm not going to say all that. House looks good though, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Not bad, eh?
All we do is sit around here and clean it.
I was gonna say, we looked at our plates the other day, and there was, what was it? Cause she did a good job cleaning the kitchen. She's been working hard to clean up a lot of stuff, or no, it was like one day we didn't do the dishes or something, and then we woke up the next morning. I'm like, how the fuck did we not do it? Like, what else are we doing here? Like, how does this go more than 6 hours not getting cleaned?
Hey, the days go by fast though. I feel like they're flying by. I've done that before, where I've looked back and I'd be like, what do we do today?
Yeah.
Seriously. But on the other hand, I was telling her, if you like this is what retirement looks like.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So getting our shit together now. So in 15 years, this is what it looks like every day. Like, I'm cool with this. Like,
I love it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The only thing I don't love about it is how much I've drank. I have drank more in the past 4 weeks than I think I have all year, if I'm being honest.
yeah, no, I get that. Me too. Well, I think I've drank more times, more days, but not as. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting hammered Monday.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
Tuesday. But I am having a couple beverages during the day.
Yeah, like if you were to add up my weekly consumption, I would say I have more units per week now. Like, because normally I would get back from work, one day, like Monday through Friday or whatever, and then I would get back and I would have like maybe a glass of wine on like a Wednesday, one glass, whatever. And then on the weekend I might have, 1 or 2 White Claws, something like that, right? But now it's every day I'm having at least one thing. So I'm having, 7 to 10 drinks a week versus like 3.
Are you embarrassed that you drink the White Claws, though, is the question.
No, I usually don't film that because that is embarrassing. Yeah.
Right.
I notice you cover yours up with a Yeti cup.
Well, no, that's because I know that there's certain sponsors, and I didn't want to give them free pub.
I appreciate that. That's big. That's big time, bud.
Okay. Gotcha.
Actually, and these guys aren't even a sponsor. They just they reached out to me because I've just kind of done some shit with them in the past, and nothing like monetary or anything. But they reached out to me when this thing happened. And hey, can you do a like a cheers up happy hour thing? I was like, fuck yeah. And that was the first one I did, and I was like, that's kind of a dope little mini series. I should do that all the time. So I've done like 4 of those already.
They hook you up?
They have, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not for that. That was just for charity, but.
Oh yeah. How did that charity thing go? Did you guys raise a little bit of money or no?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was a nationwide thing they did. It was just a few people in select states that did the hashtag.
Oh, okay.
I think it was $1 per hashtag or something. So like overall, they saved a good amount of money and donated it to the Bartenders Guild, so the hospitality industry. And yeah, so it was cool, man. Good cause.
Those people are.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I
worked with restaurant owners for 8 years, and most of those guys are check to check. Like, I don't even know. I wouldn't be surprised if you roll through your most popular area where there's the most restaurants after this thing's said and done, and half of them are closed. There's no way these restaurants are staying open.
Yeah. I mean, there's one right next door to us that just closed, literally because of this. I mean, they opened up January 1st, so they were only open 3 months. Yeah. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't even afford to do takeout because they were still trying to, get a name going for themselves. Yeah. And my buddy that owns, I don't want to mention, but that party we went to, you, me, Jess, but he owns, him and his buddy own 3 places now, and they didn't lay anybody off. They had to cut hours though and try and do takeout and be innovative, but they're not a big chain, dude. So I was talking to him the other day, and he's just like, yeah, man, we don't know what's going to happen, but we're trying to do everything we can to be innovative and be creative on social media, but if people don't order out food.
What these places got to do is once they get rolling, they got to do something that spikes, right? Like traffic right away, whether it's an event or, you know what I mean? Like, you got to compensate those months that you're losing revenue by having a spike in revenue somehow, right? Like, and people are going to be willing to come out and spend. Yeah, I feel bad. And let me tell you something, a lot of those chains too, though, you said local, but a lot of those chains, watch, you're going to see a lot of those big chains fold because most of them were already kind of on their way out anyways. Yeah, you're right. Right?
Well, in fact, if I had capital, like money to spend, like today, right, I would love to do like like a big festival where, you know, you pay like $100. It's all local restaurants and bars and stuff like that, almost like, you know, food trucks, almost like the food and wine thing in South Florida. But, you know, you could call it, you know, whatever, the Comeback Festival or something like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can have all these local businesses, and you should do that in every city, maybe, or in every county, something like that. All the local businesses just get together. It's $100 is what each person pays, and it's unlimited, you know, food, or maybe there's a certain amount of food. But that $100 doesn't go to the state. It doesn't go to the city. It just gets divided in amongst the restaurants.
Right.
So that way the restaurants can spread the word, you know, for free and make money.
The problem with those type of events, they take a bath in those events. Like Food and Wine, they're literally investing, you know, $10,000, $15,000 in food costs and not making any money, right? What you need to do is like a dope ass like bar crawl. You know what I'm saying? Like
that'd be sick.
like that, where you can get people in going to multiple places where they're spending money on alcohol. There's way more profits in markup. And then, of course, you know, people are going to eat and shit too.
That's a great idea.
Those events are really a loss every single time.
That's true.
And they can't afford it. Like if you told someone Food and Wine that right now was around the corner, they probably wouldn't want to sign up. Even with like South Beach Food and Wine, for example.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bar crawl would be the move.
Bar crawl would be cool, yeah.
But it'd have to be something different than a normal bar crawl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to involve food or maybe like a minimum or something.
Yeah.
Minimum purchase.
The connections now, man. You're like the event man.
No. Not for that. Yeah, it is kind of weird to have all the events. They got canceled. It's kind of strange.
Dude, how awesome is Bahamas?
Oh, it was. I wish I could say that third week we were out there for a couple of days. At least I got to, you know, to bring Brenda. But yeah, it was incredible.
Where'd you stay at again?
It was the Hilton Hotel in North Bimini.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Bimini. That's not where what do you call it? Atlantis is, right?
No. Bimini is just literally a 2-mile long island, and it's like in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. So I've only been where Atlantis is.
Yeah. That's legit Bahamas. This is actually called Bimini, Bahamas, but it's I mean, for you, it's only an 1.5-hour ferry ride from Fort Lauderdale. You could day trip that shit if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just fucking. Oof. I'm sure you saw the pictures that I went ape shit on posting, but it was just it was unbelievable, and there was no one there.
Dude, have you seen the ocean down here?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Well, you probably have the same thing.
Well, yeah, here we do. But I had a buddy that lives in Miami that sent me pictures of that, and I'm like, I've never seen it that clear in my life.
It looks like the Bahamas. It looks like the Bahamas. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can see, you know what I mean, all the way the bottom of or over by the bay, you can actually see the bottom, the very bottom. In the bay area, you can see the bottom. That's crazy.
And dude, you know, I was talking about this when me and the wife had when we did a podcast. It's like the Earth finds a way to let itself to just reset and to open up our eyes and be like, hey, by the way, fuckface, you've been doing a bunch of this stupid shit, and this is what's happening. So hopefully now we'll look around and be like, oh, wait, Miami's crystal clear? That's what it really looks like? So maybe we should stop doing these cruise ships. Maybe we should figure out a different way. Maybe we should, you know, implement something. Because that's what it is, dude. It's the cruise ships stirring up everything. It's all the boats.
And just think about, like, I know you were doing some cleanup on beaches. Think about the beaches right now. They're completely clean, right? Mm-hmm. Completely clean. So anybody out there, as soon as this thing's over, is 100% responsible for how the beach is maintained. Like, you're starting fresh. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, what a dipshit if you're out there, like, dropping shit. And it's completely going to be clean now at this point.
It's going to be gorgeous.
You see the deers running through the street in, like, Ohio or whatever? You see that? No? There's, like, 30 deers that, like, because no one's coming out of their house, they were just, like, walking down the road, like, the road. But, like, 30 of them. You haven't seen – you got to go online. Look at it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, all of nature's like, okay, this is our shit now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I just posted a video of all the turtles that started mating and going up to the beaches and laying their eggs, and now baby turtles are being born. And, like, some of those turtles, like sea turtles, were really, like, close to being endangered.
Yeah.
But now they're on the right track again. So this has nothing to do with the environment, the reason why this virus existed. But it could be a lot to do with maybe how, you know, we're treating
Right.
certain things, whether it's, if it came from China and that wet market Wuhan, like everyone's saying it is, maybe that's just going to open our eyes a little bit and say, all right, we need to manage this thing the right way, how we treat animals and how we deal with things outside.
Yeah, man, I saw a meme the other day that said, I know I keep saying this shit is crazy, but this shit is crazy. I swear, like, I think one of us says it every day.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to it's hard to imagine, really. Like, it doesn't make sense still.
Yeah.
Just because, it really opens you up to, like, this is not, I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Like, it's a virus we can't see, and it has literally shut down the world.
The invisible enemy.
It's the invisible enemy. But, like, imagine if it was something serious, like, but like a nuclear threat or a crazy dictator that wants to, take out the world. Like, imagine if it was something serious, what we would do.
Have you seen War of the Worlds?
Yes.
Not the movie.
Oh, then no.
Series.
No.
There's a series on Epics right now.
Oh, that's why.
So sick. It's basically that, exactly what happens. Some alien/robots land, and it's like War of the Worlds. It's crazy. It's watching it now while you're actually quarantined. Like, you have to stay in your homes, and those people are all like staying in their homes because, there's some shit going on outside.
Yeah. Well, dude, and it's like, what's that movie? The Quiet Place.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't make a peep, you can't go outside because all these, these weird things are gonna come out and get you.
Really?
But yeah, it's a great movie. John Krasinski's in it, Emily Blunt. There's a sequel that I think is coming out soon too. It's a great movie. You gotta, just buy it, like, or rent it, whatever.
It's good ass reviews too.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. But yeah, it's so weird. Like, you gotta stay inside, number one. But number two is, like, it just makes you think, okay, if an emergency happened right now and I couldn't leave, like, this is what I'm stuck with.
Yeah.
Whatever's in my home.
This is what I got.
This is what I got. Like, if it's an alien invasion, this is it. It's a fucking podcast studio. And
so my wife was watching. She's addicted to TikTok. Not addicted, but just going through it, whatever.
I'm addicted.
And there was a TikTok where the girl said, like, this amazing life hack. There's a website that you just hit everything you have in your home in terms of, like, alcohol and like yes, you saw it. And then there's, like, it tells you every single cocktail you can make with just what you have in the house.
Makemeacocktail.com is what it is.
You already know about it?
Of course, it's fantastic.
God, I got to try that.
It's so good, dude. I still haven't used it yet, though. I've known about it for a while, but I still haven't used it.
Well, my 40th, I bought like a handlebar of everything. And I don't, like, the only thing I drink is, like, scotch and tequila outside, like, beer and these claws. Edit that. But yeah, so I have, like, all kinds of alcohol in the house that I never drink. So I'm thinking, like, stop what I'm doing, like, no more buying anything and just start going through, like, Jack Daniel. Like, we have all, you name it, all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah, dude. And just use that app. Fuck it.
And my wife just started, like, when we knew shit was getting crazy, we hit Lowe's real quick and bought a bunch of, like, herbs. The back area, there's one whole area, she created, like, a little farm. So we got, like, a tomato plant, cucumbers, dill, all these herbs as well. So rosemary, bunch of shit. So, a lot of those drinks call for that too. So
yeah, we really wanted to do that. And then Brenda had this wannabe green thumb, bought a bunch of shit, and then it goes bad. And yeah, it doesn't work out very well.
The backyard is like, we were talking about, we retired if we would do, like, condo on the beach, or we would just stay with, a nice place with the yard, give up that yard. Like, that's the other part too, where I don't feel entrapped. Spending 4 or 5 hours outside, you know what I mean? Chilling in the sun, chilling in the pool, having drinks. What else would I rather be doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're at a beach or at a pool, or you're at a restaurant maybe. We're cooking up shish kebabs with pineapple, and you know what I mean? Like, marinating shit for hours because you have all the time. It's like, it's been nice for me. Plus, I've worked for 20 years without having an actual, like, real break. So for me, having a month of eating shit, you know what I mean? Like, enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I think we're all going to come out of this thing stronger too, and we're going to have a better understanding of what we had to accomplish.
Right.
Like that's what's kind of cool about sitting in your thoughts for a second, and you're not interacting with so many people because it's you and your loved ones or you and your family, whatever, and you're just kind of sitting back and saying, hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? Let's plant a garden. Hey, you know what? Let's cook together. Hey, let's play games together. And you actually appreciate being with each other and doing the shit at home that you probably should have been doing. Sometimes we get caught up in like work, get home, cook dinner, have a drink, go to bed, work, get home. Like you get caught up in that, routine to where now it's just like you can just relax. You don't have to fucking worry about anything. Like,
When my daughter was here, the first 3 weeks of it, we held on to her for a few weeks. My son has asthma, so Avery went there, and I told her, I said, when we take your mom's, I'm not sure exactly when you're going to be able to come back because we need to make sure that you're tested before you come back. My son has asthma, so it's it's kind of weird now, just kind of waiting. But the first 3 weeks, like we were playing like all types of games, like every night. Did you saw the videos my wife posted of Truth or Dare?
So fun,
where she was doing the Joe Exotic impression.
I have my own TV show. I'm gonna give Carol some venomous snakes for her birthday.
Like we had so much fun, and normally when we're working, like we try to weigh in, like, okay, dinner time with the families where we spend most of our time with them. Outside of that, we need a couple hours to hang out, just her and I, to maintain, our relationship. When we had all this time, we didn't have to do that anymore. Like you didn't have to prioritize how much time you spend, with your family or working or eating and all that. You could basically had time to do it all.
No, and that shit was so funny, bro. Like,
yo, did you see me pie Avery?
No, I didn't see that one.
What?
No, I don't think I saw that one.
It's got to be on her story or the highlight.
You pied Avery?
What? Brenda saw it?
Yeah, Brenda said she was in the wrong.
She said that Brenda said she was in the wrong house and she should have been over here with us. But no, I pied Avery. It was the funniest thing ever. Like we showed it back and forth in slow motion.
Oh, dude, I gotta look at that.
Because she was like, she's 10, and we were playing Truth or Dare, and she was just like, I'm dare, like every time, like taking dares. And I was like, all right.
I see you.
Dare. You remember when we used to do the pies, how people would scream, it's in my ear, it's in my ear. She was doing the same thing. It was so funny. Let me tell you something. If you get the chance to pie someone or watch someone get pied, it is still as funny as it was 15 years ago. Jessica had never seen it, and Gianni had never seen it. They were laughing so hard. Do you remember how often we did it? We did almost every weekend.
Every weekend we used to do it. Yeah. And we used to do it, and people used to challenge each other, like, so it was voluntary. Like, we never made anybody do it. We would just say, all right, guys, there's a couple challenges you could do.
Who's stepping up?
You could do. We always used to save that one for the end. So it was like, you remember the penny pusher, where you push the penny on your nose? No one picked that one because that one sucked.
No.
But you could do the penny pusher. You could do. We would name them off, and then we could go. Now, if you're really feeling ballsy, you could challenge to someone to a pie in the eye. And people were like, what is that? Well, it's a great question. It's exactly how it sounds.
But here's the thing, though. I forgot to tell you, the best part is I didn't have I only had gel shaving cream, and we just ran out of whipped cream. Like, by the way,
no.
Whipped cream was like, I just learned that whipped cream was fat-free and sugar-free.
Yeah.
So I was putting whipped cream on everything. I thought whipped cream was fattening for literally my whole life.
Well, if you can't have it, you can't just have that. But yeah, it's.
No, I know, but we were putting on fruit, like put it on dark chocolate. We put on everything.
Of course.
So anyways, so we ran out of all of that. So the pie was a flour pie. You got to get it set up so we could watch video while we're talking. Well, I mean, I don't know how you would pull it up, like on Instagram right now, but because you would laugh so hard. Dude, and listen, it got to a point where it was like, my eyes are burning. Like, I felt bad. At first, it was really funny, but then I felt bad. But then then she did it to our son.
Well, dude, all you gotta do is trim it up and send me the video, and I'll put it in and I'll edit it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as we're talking, yeah. So you can watch it on YouTube.
It's so funny.
In between our conversation, that's
So
hilarious.
you could throw it in the conversation.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, done deal. Funny as is like as you were talking about that, the only thing I could think about is like when we ran out of whipped cream, we used to use hair gel, or not hair gel, excuse me, fucking shaving cream. Yeah. But one of the times it was the menthol. Remember when you get the menthol one? The fact that we even thought about putting menthol shaving cream and pieing someone in the face around your eyes was so ignorant. But God,
remember there was always one idiot that wouldn't release the pie on time and
break someone's nose or something. Yeah.
Remember we used to have to make the rule like ahead of time because someone would end up with a broken nose.
Yeah. God, it's so funny. Dude.
Yeah. No, it was as funny today as it was 15 years ago, I swear.
It's never not funny, that thing. It's like that and also when someone farts. Like it's still, those are the two things that.
Unless it's at the dinner table.
That's true. Well, it depends on what you're eating, right? No?
My wife thinks anything fart related is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Anything fart related.
It's so fun. That's great. What shows you guys watching? Obviously, you're on the Tiger King bandwagon.
Yeah, we caught that on the first day. Ozark was, dude,
always good.
Ben, but Ben, that character Ben,
amazing
brother. If he doesn't win an Emmy, I don't know what.
Dude, Ozark is by far that is my favorite show of all time. Like of all shows, that's my favorite.
Listen, I've always I don't know. I didn't think it was better than Breaking Bad this season because sometimes it goes slow. But
if Ozark had 9 seasons,
right?
Like Breaking Bad did, I don't know.
If any of those seasons are like the last one moving forward, I can't wait to see if Ben is actually alive. Did you hear that?
Yeah. That's interesting. I think he's probably, I don't know. I think he's, oh boy, fucking was a psycho that killed him. So it's not like he was had a change of heart and was like, oh, I don't like this,
No, but maybe this guy ended up paying him something. You never know, right?
Oh, you're talking about Bateman, yeah.
Pays him off.
I didn't think about that.
Not actually kill him.
Yeah, maybe pays him off to take him to a different country or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be
rad. But here's the thing. I think there's enough people that are going crazy about this guy. He's going to star in another show. If they don't pay him and bring him back to this show, either way.
He was really good. He actually either has bipolar or he's just really good at what he does. And if he is, that was impressive. I can't imagine that's what it's like. I've never dealt with someone that intensely, that has bipolar. But if it's like that, that's fucking terrifying.
I have. It is. It's crazy. And the person that I'm thinking about had a very small amount. So there's levels. Very small amount, but it was very intense. Very intense. Did you see the movie with Bradley Cooper where he played someone with bipolar? Oh,
Silver Lining Playbook.
Incredible.
Great movie.
Ben was as good as he was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he was.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, he was incredible in that movie. Yeah.
Did you see the Chappelle Award show?
Yes, dude.
You watched it?
We just watched it the other day.
Laughing so hard, the whole thing. But did you see where Bradley Cooper said that Chappelle was the best actor he had ever worked with in a scene? For that one, Star is Born or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was great. And I loved at the end, he was like, what do you say? He's like, you bust my chops about going to this party. And you're like,
I came with you, bro.
Motherfucker, I went with you.
Yo, that was the best.
It was awesome. That was great, dude. Chappelle's a fucking genius. And speaking of Chappelle, great segue, by the way. I bought tickets and surprised Brenda to go to Nashville to see him and Rogan. All-time fucking dream to see those two. And yeah, they rescheduled it. Finally, I just got an email, but it's in September. So
is that in Nashville?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it still is in September. It's rescheduled.
Yeah,
but yeah,
dude, maybe we could go with you because
good, dude.
I'm working with a buddy of mine has a startup company. It's a restaurant app,
right?
And they're launching in the next 2 months as soon as things chill out. So I've been working with him doing some contract work. But its launch is in Nashville. So all I'm doing is looking up entertainment and restaurants in Nashville every day. Nashville looks like an awesome city. Dude, I've never been there before.
No, us either. No, that's one of the big reasons why we wanted to go. That was one of the few cities that I haven't been to. But it looks incredible. Everyone I talk to, because my buddies that work over there love it. And whatever that is, if you guys can make it out that weekend, I'll send you a screenshot of where tickets are. And they were cheap, dude. They were what did I spend? We got some pretty decent lower level think it was like $260 for 2 seats or something like that.
It's not bad.
No.
But wait, you get both?
Yeah, it was like $130 each.
No, I'm saying you get Chappelle and Rogan?
Yes, bro. Rogan was opening up for Chappelle.
Oh my God. You hear that? You're down? Yes. She's down.
Dream
You
come
heard it.
true. Done.
You're recording, right?
I'm recording. It's on the record.
It's on the record.
It's on the record. Yeah, and we're staying at the Hilton right downtown there's the Bridgestone Arena right there. So we're staying like right across because that's where it is. We're going to do it right. Tourist style.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
What is there to do in Nashville other than eat and anything like?
Probably like line dance and fucking listen to country music. The wife loves that shit.
Yeah, every restaurant is owned by like a restaurant or a country singer.
Country singer, yeah.
Like,
and
yeah.
apparently they always go there too.
Yeah. When we went to Asheville, though, all we did was go to like restaurants, eat, like little shops downtown. For 2 days, that's all we did. And then we came back to the cabin or whatever. We had a fireplace and all that. And just doing that when you're living in South Florida all the time is a real vacation.
Dude, Asheville's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You remember that one time when I had a bachelor party and invited you to come?
That was in Asheville. That's right. I think that's probably the reason I went.
Yeah, you probably went the weekend afterwards, you prick. Hey, Tony, I can't make it, but have fun. Hey, Jessica, do you want to go to Asheville next weekend when Tony's out there?
Yeah. Listen, we made a pact early, bro.
It's all good, bro.
I'm almost done with wedding season, too. Like, all my buddies are already old now, so they're either married or, we're almost done.
And I just realized, bro, like, after 40 minutes, I think this cuts us off anyway, so we're probably getting close anyway.
We're donezo?
Yeah, because if you want more than 40 minutes, you got to pay. Fuck that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to record it, yeah.
How much? I mean, think about this company.
Oh, booming. Right? Well, and not just this, but there's Microsoft Teams that has a video platform that's cranking right now.
Google. They have one too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, and all the YouTube streaming and, Facebook. And I mean, it's it's crazy. There's even like, I think a new one that just came out, House Party. I think it's House Party. Have you heard of this? Where you can actually, you get like 10 friends, you video chat, but you can play games like on your phone with each other.
Okay.
It's a pretty good idea, but that just launched, obviously. China.
Have you heard about TikTok?
What do you think about all that?
I personally have not downloaded it. Let's just say that. I don't know. I think it's weird that like the military specifically and any government position they've told you cannot download it. I mean, I try not to buy into most conspiracy theories, but all the preppers that were saying, hey, government's coming up with some type of disease to kill off 20% of the population, they're probably sitting at home like laughing right now.
Yeah, I was right, motherfucker. It is kind of weird because we're never, what sucks is we're never going to be on the same page, like the world.
Right.
So like the more tech advances and the smarter people get, obviously we've gotten a lot smarter over, hundreds of thousands of years. So it's weird to think like our kid, like Avery's kids, the amount of stubbornness that the dictators and the presidents are going to have, 200 years from now is like, where are we going to be, man? Are we ever going to get to the point where, okay, we disagree on everything except for climate change, space, diseases, pollution.
Yeah.
Like you'd think the United Nations would figure out, okay, guys, there's a no-no list. Like pollution, that's a no-no. Can't do that one. You got to avoid that. Okay, what else? Like there should be like a no-no list that each country follows.
Yeah, I think this was this pandemic has proved or shown a lot of people is that the government doesn't really know shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality because the government is a group of people just like you and me, right? They got elected or move their way up because they, speak the language, talk the right way, bullshit their way up, right? Some of them obviously are intelligent, but in a lot of cases, and this is global, right? It's the person who's most influential doesn't necessarily know the most or not necessarily have the best leadership qualities, right? So you get in a position where you're exposed. I mean, the truth is, no matter what your political view is, we got exposed. And it doesn't matter, whether that's this regime or the regime before, and it's not even just us. Look at globally how many people got exposed and we're not prepared for what happened. I mean, this is just an example of like, if we're not prepared for this, right, which we knew about 2 years ago, we're not preparing for global warming, and we've known about it for how long? Or even if you don't firmly believe in global warming, like, let's talk about just taking care of the place that you live, right, your home, and certain things that we know for fact science has told us is affecting us, right? Like, I don't think it's ever going to change, to be honest. I think what's going to happen is going to happen, and then everything's going to be reactionary.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it's been for hundreds of thousands of years, right? Like, even down to where when the country was first founded and they thought, it was a great idea that, black people and women shouldn't vote.
Yeah.
It wasn't until there was, one black guy that brought the entire country together and,
right.
had to walk X amount of miles to make a statement. And even that was, horrible and didn't really go as well as it did. So it almost takes like an act like this to really wake people up. And then, like you said, it's reactionary, but what I'm thinking to myself is, if the president, and again, it doesn't matter who the president is, but are they sitting in a room right now and saying, hey, you know what? Miami's beaches have never been clear. We're doing what we can for the COVID-19. We got a group of experts doing it, but what are we doing to make sure that the planet looks this way after this? Like, what are we doing right now to not talk about COVID-19? Because hopefully there's a group of people doing something like that, but is there a group of people doing something to where we're protecting the earth after this shit gets taken care of, so we don't fall back into something even worse? We have this stupid ass rule where we only fix one thing at a time. Like 9/11, it was the same thing. Right. Like, let's worry about war and no, dude, you should always be worrying about that. You should there's a group of people designated to certain things, and that's why we have scientists, the CDC, and why weren't they prepared for something like this? Why weren't they prepared for pandemic? You would think after SARS, we learned our lesson.
Or the first or second wave of COVID.
Right.
Yeah. And
or Zika. I mean, Zika wasn't too long ago either. I mean, that wasn't that big of a deal, obviously. But what's crazy is that last podcast you were talking about with Joe Rogan is they still haven't found a cure for Zika. Like, there's no shot now that you're cured by Zika.
Yeah.
It just went away just from our precautions and stuff like that. But like, if it came today, we'd be screwed. We wouldn't have a shot to make it worse.
I think the problem is a lot of times too, we don't listen to the right people, right? Like,
yeah.
There was like the guy that was on the other podcast he predicted all of this. It's in a book. You know what I mean? Like, it's in a book, every single part, like that. Everything about the, the IV bags, right? Yeah. That 85% or whatever it is are built in Puerto Rico. So if a hurricane hit Puerto Rico, all of that, you have people that are already paying attention to these things and are making people aware of it. Politics is politics, and there's no moves on it. That's why I say everything's going to be reactionary. Like, I remember when we were kids, I used to say the evolution eventually will be that we grow skin over our nostrils of pollution, or because think about, right, viruses, things like that. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man, but I think that there's a better chance of us like evolving than us being prepared and making the right decisions. And I don't mean to be pessimistic, but I think that
No, you're right. I mean, really, our bodies look at the flu, right? Like influenza. I mean, look at that. Our bodies have been able to adapt a little bit more. Like, even if you have a shot,
yeah.
Hopefully, if you believe in vaccines, whatever. I mean, I do. Whoever invented, flu shots, if they really wanted to kill people, kill us with it. They wouldn't just give us something because I've gotten it pretty much my whole life, and I'm fine. And I haven't really gotten the flu. But anyway, the point is, though, like,
I've only gotten the flu once, and it was the only year I did get the flu shot, though.
Right, because your body, it builds that immunity to it. And, through science, we're able, if our body can't evolve to have immunity to it, we've created science to give us things to help us evolve. Right. But yeah, to your point, that's why I love the idea of every time, like, Rogan or some other people talk about, if aliens really exist, and if they did, could it be us in the future? Right. And I think that's more believable, because I feel like eventually, millions of years down the road, that's what we're going to have to evolve to, is no genitalia, straight up skin. It's all the same. We're all the same color. We're all the same, because then there would be no, racial issues. There would be no, like, that's eventually what, like, what we'd evolve to.
If the robots don't take over. Have you been watching Westworld?
If I'm being honest, I used to be obsessed with it, but then not this past season, but the season before it, before they left,
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it. It was after Anthony Hopkins died. It was way too slow after that.
2. Didn't like 2. Okay, 3's better.
Really?
They brought in
So-
dude from Breaking Bad.
The one that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I saw the trailers for it, and I was like, this shit looks like Terminator. Shit
Oh,
looks dope.
yes. Total Recon. Yes. It's much better.
Yeah,
Much
because the one before this was a little. I had to fast forward through episodes. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I don't like when. I mean, listen, I want thought provoking, but when you try to confuse me into being confused, so that I end up confused, like, come on,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like a great example of that is Inception's. I thought was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Right, and then The Matrix 1 was great. 2 was okay, but then 3, you're like, all right, bro. Now you're really trying to confuse me. Like, yeah, that's too much. There's got to be a level of.
I watched an old movie the other day that I was going to tell you. I forgot. There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I've heard of that. Who's in that?
That's what's his name, dude? The best actor. Oh yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh yeah, okay.
So good. He plays like from the 1800s, like oil, like one of the first guys to strike oil.
Really?
And like, the whole process of him like selling, his oil business. Yeah, so sick.
That sounds rad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of good movies lately. I've just been stuck on Netflix and Amazon Prime occasionally. Like I did watch The Hangover last night, which was fantastic. That's always a great one. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is weird, man.
I know. It makes you think that when you can really get together, you know what I mean? You gotta like enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't know. You don't know when you're gonna be able to do it again.
Yeah. Like even this is cool. Like we should make a point to like do this at least once a month.
Yeah.
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 And I know we talk all the time too, but even just seeing each other.
Yeah.
No, it's been good, man. It's good to see you. Glad you guys are doing well.
Yeah, man. We're holding it down.
No doubt. All right, Dewey, I'll let you go, man. Let you guys enjoy your Saturday.
I'm gonna try to get you that video of the pies.
No, do that. I'll work it in for real. That'd be great, dude. People are going to watch the podcast only for that. They're going to fast forward through all this bullshit that we're talking about, but yeah.
Dude, so good. So
No, man, this is great, dude. I appreciate the time, man. And you guys got any plans today? Or you're just going to hang out?
just kind of hanging out. It's cloudy down here, so we're just chilling.
Is
Keeping
it?
it low.
You at least going outside, like going for walks and shit occasionally or something?
We haven't. I've been wanting to do walks, but having the backyard, we've been busy, man.
Yeah.
Not busy, but busy to the point where like but you finish dinner, you take a shower, and you're in bed, and you're just watching a couple of shows before you go to bed. Like, so.
No doubt. As long as you're getting outside, getting some vitamin D, that's key.
Yeah, no, for sure. Dude, I'm getting a lot of sun. Like, I think too much.
No, bro. Yeah, you look beautiful, man.
And age.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, one more time. Salud. Cheers.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, man. Be good. Y'all stay safe.
Later.
My man. All right, buddy. Later.